So the first thing we might want to do with the big data set is freeze the top row. If we click on the 1 beside the row and go to View, Freeze, One Row, this way when we scroll through the data, the column headers will remain intact up there. The other thing, and I hope that I'm not going off your screen here, but often we'll want to see like what's way at the bottom of a screen. And if you see this little drag slide bar, if you click on that, you can slide all the way down. So I get to the bottom, there I am at the bottom very quickly. If I tried to like scroll through this and get through 6,000 rows of data, it would take me a long time. So that's one thing that you should be aware of. You can do the same with the scroll at the bottom of the screen. Let's just do it a lot more quickly than the individual rolling. This can also be used if you need to select all the data. Let's say I wanted to select all of the income data. I could click down here at the very bottom row, click up on the slider, and then hold down my Shift key and click here. This would give me all the data in between rows 2 and 6,811. Now, if I really did just want to select all of column F, I could click on the F instead, or all of column H, all of column J, and so on. So that selecting a chunk of data tends to be more useful if you're not selecting the entire column. Let me give you an example. Let's say I wanted to sort by income because I know that there's some missing data values here. And let's say I wanted to get them all at the top. If I hold down Control and press A, or Command A if you're on a Mac, this will select all of the data. And then I want to go to the arrow beside my income. I want to sort A to Z. So this will now put the lowest income brackets here at the top, and if I scroll down using the scroll bar on the right, I can see that eventually I get into the missing data, which is basically, it looks like anything above 8 there. So let's say I wanted to delete all that data off. If income was central to my entire study and I only wanted to pay attention to people here who had values on this income variable, how would I get rid of these 300, 400 other data points that have missing data? Well, I would click over here on the row number. That's going to highlight the entire row. And notice this is the first row that I want to delete. And then if I grab this slider bar here, scroll all the way to the bottom, looks like there was about 900 rows. I hold down Shift, so this is what I had just done a little earlier, click again. Now I've selected all the rows in between, where was it? Right about there. 5,973 and 6,800, so about 900 rows. If I right click then, I can do different things. I might hide them if I just don't want to pay attention to them for now, or I could delete them if I want to get rid of them entirely. Notice if I have a panic moment and I think, oh wait, no, I didn't want to delete all those missing values, I can typically do an undo and they'll come back. However, if that doesn't work, or if you realize you did something 20 minutes ago and you really messed things up in the last 20 minutes or did things you didn't want to do, going up here to where it says all changes saved in Drive, if I click on this arrow here, show me all the different versions. I can click on any one of them, it'll load. It does take a little longer with the big data sets in here, but whenever I see where I wanted to go back to, I just hit restore this version and it'll put my entire workbook back to where it was at that point. If I decide that I don't want to do that, I can always click out here on the left and just get back to the original one I had been working with. There's plenty of other shortcuts and things to make your life easier when working with spreadsheets. If you feel yourself doing anything tedious, shoot me an email and tell me what it is you're doing, and I'll see if there's a way to do it much more quickly. There almost always is when working with spreadsheets. And the more of these you learn, the more fun it is to work around with the spreadsheets. And I'm sure that you'll end up using them beyond this class. So don't think of it as just something you need to do for this class, but think of it as a way to more easily interact with spreadsheets for the rest of your life.